going to say hello to the frog with a repaired sword. There you go. He thinks. With a flashback. So there was a Knight Cyrus who also faced Masamune. Maybe this was before he did that. Oh yeah, that's real silly, that's not a square table. Well, that's usually wiser than just one person. And apparently Knight Cyrus was accompanied by Glenn. They went through all kinds of adventures together. Oh yeah. And it's real nice that they had a similar styling than their basic action style. And well, things went bad. They had a sword. And now we get the first glimpse on Magus. And Cyrus and Glenn were beaten. Very thoroughly. This Cyrus being killed. Burned with magical fire, and it most appears to have happened with the Yandara Mountains. Old-fashioned polymorphic magics. Frog's name was Glenn. He is very strong. The whole game has been emphasized that how absolutely pant-shittingly powerful Magus is. Which is real great narrative sense, and as much as the game plot has revealed, Lavos is Magus's creation. Perhaps created as some sort of vengeance weapon against humans who defeated his armies at this era. So, of course, I could go straight to the place where I am meant to go, but I do then make a little bit of side turn. And at this place I'm gonna make an interesting note that there actually exists a unlicensed regular Nintendo port made by Chinese people in PRC, People's Republic of China, which actually ends much earlier than the earlier ones, and what I've seen, it's not in a sense incompetently made. It's just that to remake a game like this with quite complex mechanics makes it quite difficult to actually makes it quite difficult to actually run them. Let's say contain all the necessary story details. But going to the portal again to visit the end of time and see what does Specchio have to think about this matter, about a new crew member. Very short. I'd say he'd be something about 1 meter tall. Well, no, not there. Well, there's Specchio. Yeah. Nah, I don't need to. And I also couldn't bring Ayla to show up her assets. Oh yeah, double entendre as assets to her. Or will I say to him, to it. And as a slight spoiler alert, she, like Robo, can't use magic. Mostly because she is from era where it didn't even exist. More critters to fight. And I'm gonna keep fighting it. There's 2 different swords and a big bulky robot in the group going to kill the greatest incarnation of, you could say, evil in this game there has this far been, and what we have seen is that he is nothing to be really not worried about. Immensely powerful man with quite interesting little design as well. And it's also nice to notice that the basic thing Cyrus did could have been, in a sense, might have worked almost a game by itself. Oh, it was denied of amount. But through the magic cave in here, it's possible to get to the start to go a big fight with a very powerful man indeed. Yes, I know it's a man. Although Magus could be a title with more flashbacks. And it's also quite interesting to notice that in this game, the main character Chrono is actually very dull character himself. Yeah, Cyrus, a knight, Glenn, a peasant hero. 2 different archetypes, yet they can complement each other greatly, so there was a great deal of respect with those 2. And that kind of magic is usually, when you count about it, it's very common in fiction, that kind of magic, but it's never actually implied that how insanely powerful you would have to be to change somebody's body like that without their mind going as well, either because of the physical changes to their brain needed to get into a new kind of a nervous system to get into the new kind of body, or just because they can't handle the shock. And it's really strange that he speaks with that archaic, fake, old English style. But that sword is not to be given, it's to be for Frog to take. Now that is impressive. Yeah, a sword capable of cutting through stone. That is what legendary swords can do. They cut through solid rock. Although if they open that kind of rock face would take quite lots of striking. And there's of course monsters. Plenty of monsters and a weird ass bat thing following me, and one of those mystical chests, which can be opened later. But this is just a basic tutorial stage. And a shitstorm of rats and all kinds of pests just appeared from here. And the sound effect just remained. Oh, damn it. Oh, that was lots of pests to be annihilated, and the sound night. Oh yeah, that's a bit of hint how to fight against him. And if this place could be considered friendly looking, well, it ain't. Well, because well, that's where Magus is keeping his. He's having his turf, so in a sense, this story is reaching, if not, it's reaching the climax this far. It's this creepy tower-like castle with great music, evil-looking moonlight, bats, and that creepy statue at top. Yep. Not the most friendly looking place. And it's time to get inside. It's got very grand styling, but nothing really, you could say, unusual in it. Well, let's just check the right path first. There's some weird children there, and those are over and Luca. Yeah, there's lots of very off things put to this place to really emphasize the creepiness of this place, and that's not bad at all. And there was a room for some really important dude, but nothing else. And I'm very certain that these characters are not here, mostly because, well, they can't be here. And of course that chest can't be opened. No, that place was nothing. And that looks like Glenn's original form, but I still took the treasure from the chest. And one more place to climb up into. A couple of chests with valuable stuff. Nothing really interesting. Well, both of these have proven to be dead ends. And that's not quite unexpected either. You would assume that they want you to see the set pieces. And what is this thing? Ozzy. Named after Ozzy Osbourne. Alright, I wonder, is it really so that there's 100 or even more of these things? Here's at least 6. Let's try the basic tactics, because, well, this is plot-based fight. Well, it took out 2. Well, now I don't need to do anything except go and smack them. Got some experience points and loot. And it's time to go back to this way where there appeared to be a sword and more monsters. Actually, I'm doing a bit checking frog. Quite not so bad, but now to get going. Avoiding the monsters, just because, hey. And what is this? Oh, yeah. They wanna be relieved out undead monstrosities, but they don't take much damage. Mostly just as a set piece monsters instead of real danger monsters, which is a real good way of pacing the game's difficulty. You actually, in a sense, I like that style, that where the bosses and the basic enemies difficulties are, that the bosses are the basic form of combat difficulty, but the difference must not be too much. And of course, if the place has strong monsters, the bosses should be easy and opposite. But here's the one more. Slash. So let's just get myself completely ready to the fight by equipping with all the necessary thingamajiggery to make frog much stronger and pick a fight with slash. Yep, slash the swordsman. And time to show the first triple tech raid. Ouch. That hurt. This is something just an X-Strike and Robo Tackle combined with a quite big chunk of damage to him. Let's do it again. Delta attack. Why it's named Delta attack? Delta usually means change. Think of Nick Tonic and Bubble Snap. Yeah, water and physical blow attacked. Oh! Big ton of robot fell on top of your head. He is in a mood for brawling. It doesn't matter because I'm also in a mood for that. With a Delta attack. Triple attack. Triple raid. Yeah, that's just... gave them a bit beating. Oh, now he took out the sword. That means he's certainly meaning business nowadays. Yep, but I still have a triple raid in me. Almost 1000 points of damage. That's quite nice. And Eno's slash. That's unpleasant. Trying to slurp self. Cure being Chrono, and Chrono goes straight with the spin cut, which is just a guaranteed critical attack. Oh, triple raid. Yeah, you attack just one character of my group, the one with the most biggest ability to endure your attack. So that wasn't so smart move from your part, Slash. Let's give it a game. And in this game, it's also it's always a bit of matter of balance. That which do you want to attack or do you want to defend? After that, it's certainly defend. Oh shit! Yep. Ouch. Painful. Let's just Chrono stick to the bed doing the attacks and Frog and Robo doing healing attack moves. Well, if he would stand living. Well, at least now he should be able to stand a bit better living. Yep, that leaping slash is one of the perhaps his most dangerous move. Damn, one more, yes indeed. Yep, he gets angry quite nastily. And so after the slash. Yep, going absolutely batshit insane in its aggression, which is quite nasty when bosses do that. Not only in this genre, but in many other genres as well, because they just keep attacking, and then you can't get yourself any kind of attack in. Making it a battle of attrition, which usually in these kind of games is a lost battle to you. But good old fashioned fist for the face and a big strike to the skull with a sword, and he's still standing. Let's give him hey, drink some water. I was bloody immune to that. Yeah. Smack happy combination of all annoyance. Oh, right, thank God thank goodness he attacked. He went to Robo instead of. Oh yeah, he must be doing counter attack all of that. Yes, indeed. Whenever he's going for it. Yeah, that's it. He counterattacks, and he counterattacks Robo out of the picture. But Frog remains in the picture, luckily. It's a battle of attrition. Yeah. Oh, fine. I did get him. It was quite a tight fight mostly because I hadn't done any grinding. And not only as a reward for defeating Slash, I named after guitarist Slash of Guns N' Roses, I get his sword slash her. That's not a verb meaning that you ought to slash somebody, some female person. No, it's a Nay, it's a well, what's it? Noun. It's a noun indicating that it's something with slashers things. Yeah, I'm not picking a fight with those things either. Well, there's this treasure chest still. Yeah. Oh, these shadow things. I faced you at long time ago in the future. And that you went down with one of these swipes there too. So you weren't really scary. One barrier. Oh. Still not having a chat with these, but except, well, Queen Lean, of course, because, well, and there's Chrono's mom. Oh, it looks like it, but it's not time to pick a fight. Oh, looks like we have a Magician Flea, who is actually named after the bass player of Red Hot Chili Peppers. Yeah, that's a nasty, annoying move. It does. Yeah. Spooky form. It's a cross-dresser. Yeah, that's also quite, that kind of type character is also quite common in, at least in Squaresoft games. And he's showing his trickery by putting a fight to some other place. Let's drink a mid-ether and use the blade pass. First to just, yeah, you use magics, but here's the smack to your skull. Yeah, he does. He knows status spells, which are unpleasant, but well, few delta attacks to the heads should make you feel a bit different. And it looks like Flea's got much more stronger defensive ability than Slash had. Although Slash went completely axe-crazy berserk at the end of the fight, so I really can't remember which it was, except I do remember that these were quite tough fights. At least in my case, when I haven't done much of any kind of... Oh yeah, it's got all kinds of magical moves. Yeah, which is and that's actually quite nice styling in his moves. That it's using those are illusions and trickery. He's actually using not so much brute strength of damaging magics, but making you fight against things which are not there. Which, in a sense, is. Oh yeah, that's... Yeah. And how in hell can a big bulky robot be poisoned? Hard to say. But in this game, poison is not so scary because of its damage effect. It's much more annoying because of its hit strength removing ability. Yeah. Illusion Strike. I think that could be quite apt name for that move. Almost everything goes to keeping myself alive. from the status effect. Just let's try Max Cyclone. That is a good big chunk of damage. Actually, it did quite a big chunk, and looks like he's always doing a that he also does a counter attack whenever you do anything, which is, I find that kind of styling quite annoying. Fighting is quite fierce in this fight. Oh yeah. And that's just the annoying thing I hate about these kind of status affecting magics, is that they usually are quite ineffective if you try to use them yourself, but hey, when they are used on you, they're gonna rip you apart. And not just rip you apart, they're gonna rip you apart really efficiently as well, which makes it quite annoying. And of course, all kinds of status defensive attacks would also be most likely rare or non-existent. Yeah, and he's still standing. Yeah, as long as you keep doing those smacking moves of yours, I am fine with that. Because I'm not fine with that because, hey, more Prism Being Darkness counter-attack move. But at least War Group is now awake again. Except it is Triple Raid. I wanna get you down, Flea! You're annoying! And he went down. Go place your base somewhere else. And I ate your magic tab as well. And I'm leaving all these monsters behind. I don't pick a fight with you again. And neither do I pick a fight with that either. But the two generals have been taken down. And it's actually, I think I'm gonna do so that oh well, of course it's always a smart idea to withdraw, save and all that kind of thing, and I'll be continuing next time on the Magus Castle with a couple of bosses and all that, so I'll see you next time. See ya!